pretend that this is happening. Is this happening technically before we shoot? This is like what we were pre-production, right? So this is like a pre-production meeting for a show that's about to be produced. So it's very important. The relationship between him and I is very important.
And again,
like right now, we should be recording, and then that would have been the opening of the show right there. Molly runs a big teen newspaper in Chicago. Got on the phone with her to promote my show in the teen newspaper, and then halfway in, I made a sharp right turn, and all of a sudden, 3 days later, I'm in Chicago producing the teen talk show version of that newspaper for television.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it was a personal nightmare.
Just because there were no street lights and train tracks doesn't mean that it was a nightmare.
Yeah, it was the set of Saw 9, and you dragged me to it.
So we were talking to Molly about promoting my old show in that magazine, and then I realized she's not really wanting to give me promotion. What she really wants, because see, I see the future, what she really wants is her own TV show. Listen, here's the bottom line. We need to fund this show, and...
We do?
We need to fund the show.
We need to fund it.
Molly, I'm here. We talked about this a few days ago on the phone. I'm here. We're ready to go.
Oh, Jake, a couple things. Number one, I'm not sure what you did to me last night, but I think it's probably illegal in a few states. Number two, I don't know why you think I'm going to help you fund anything.
But, you know, I got a call from a big media company, and they said, why don't you come to Chicago to do a new teen talk show? And I said, well, that would be fantastic. So I moved to Chicago within 3 days. I ended up on the south side of Chicago. So then I started doing deals with, like, politicians and started doing deals with, like, local universities.
You've gotten money from politicians?
Well, from, like, non-profit organizations that the politicians support in Chicago.
And you've gotten the money?
We got the money committed. We got more than $100,000 committed from a non-profit organization that is friendly with a politician that would like me to come to his fundraisers.
Okay, so it's committed.
It's Chicago.
And number three, why do you live in Chicago now?
Listen, we talked. I thought it was a good opportunity, and I thought, well, it's time to go to Chicago because it's time to do the teen talk show in Chicago. This is going to be a great show. And last night was just one small detour in the road of getting this thing funded.
Why do I feel like your life might be a whole bunch of detours?
Now, the show, you're creating the show or she's creating the show?
We're creating the show together, but I'm financing, producing, and distributing it.
Does she have what responsibility does she have?
To bring the existing brand to the table, to bring the teenagers in Chicago to the table, and to bring, several $100,000 in promotional consideration to the table. So she's paying for several $100,000 in promotion.
Gotcha. And do you have to bring any money to the table?
Yeah.
And have you done that?
Why I continually keep talking to you.
The contract. Where's the contract?
You don't have any right to tell me what to do.
I don't like when you wiggle your olives at me.
You have no idea what else I could wiggle. And I'm not sure what I mean. And it doesn't matter. I'm 2 martinis deep.
Just get me the contract, Molly. That's all I want. You know what Caitlin taught me? She taught me what it means to be unconditionally loved, which was very hard for me to be able to allow myself to be unconditionally loved. Because I have so many flaws. Yeah. Whoa, you're not Caitlin.
Who?
Stand by. Caitlin. It's Jake. Yeah, I'm in your apartment.
It's my apartment.
Would you hold on a second, please? Where are you? What do you mean you moved again? You're getting ridiculous. Last time it was the sofa, now it's the fish tank. You're ridiculous. I'm going to be right there. Hold on. Jake's sleeping. Well, I've never met the boyfriend. In real life, I've never actually met the boyfriend.
You're best friends with her and you haven't met the boyfriend.
I've been best friends with her for 4 years, and I've never met the boyfriend. And I've had chances to meet him, but we always decide, it's not the right time.
Gotcha.
Jake, welcome to my new place.
I came and find you. I was calling you on the phone, and all of a sudden you said you moved,
I
and I was just...
I couldn't stay in the last one.
Hey.
What are you doing here?
You left
This
in
is
my
the
apartment.
guy. What do you have my
You
robe
live in
for?
my
You
old
stealing my robe?
Oh, 1108? That was you.
1108.
This is nice. This is nice. I
Thanks.
like it.
Why are you wearing such short shorts today, Caitlin? I don't know why you're wearing short shorts
Well,
like that.
how long are shorts supposed to be?
Well, not that short.
Right?
It's
How
like
long are shorts supposed to be?
Who's supposed to answer that question?
Who's measuring shorts anyways? Did you tell me your name?
Sebastian. Sebastian. We should make it official. Oh. Oh gosh. That should be me. It's my role.
What is wrong with you? Compose yourself.
I'm composed. I'm a composer.
Oh,
No,
you make
I'm
music?
not actually a composer.
Oh, I bet you could make.
Could you go over hand, please?
Sweet songs.
Anyone is in charge. Okay. There's nothing in, nothing out, nothing in, no rules.
Camera rolling.
Rolling.
Speeds.
Scene 1-1, take 1, marker.
Action. It's like that. Action, by the way. It's like that scene. Did you ever see that I Love Lucy where they're doing the thing and she yells action, but until the
Taking up
AD
too much.
starts rolling camera and everything.
Joey, why do you look so unhappy? Why are you acting so strange?
Well, I love what you've done so far.
Thanks.
Excuse me, I don't like to be in the middle of this.
Okay, I should probably just take off. You guys doing stuff.
Please, I'm talking to you.
So,
Nice
if
to meet you.
if you need help, 1108.
Oh boy.
Look at yourself. Just look at yourself. Do you see how you are right now? Why do people get tired of me?
You know what? I'm not really sure.
Is it because people look at themselves? Because I force people to look within themselves? And people don't like to look within themselves?
People generally default to the place of least resistance, just as it's human nature. And you are by far not
Least resistance?
the path of least resistance.
I have problems of my own. I just went to lunch with Molly. She's drinking a lot now, you know.
Hey, the people who are working for you shouldn't be drinking, Jake. Not while they're working.
Especially not around me where I act like I'm drinking all the time anyways. Listen, here's the thing though. She won't give me the contract. I asked her for the I was trying to be all sweet, you know, when you're, it's nice to see you, Molly. Can I have the contract, please?
How about, well, it depends if they're ready. If they're not ready, then sure, let's do it. But if they are ready, I want to get out there.
Okay. Well, you know they're not going to
Very
be ready.
zen. That was very zen.
How much more do we have to do here? Because we could be wrapped up pretty soon.
We good?
I'm good. I'm surprised there was no...
Why is this meeting so freaking long?
Jake, maybe you just need some leverage.
It's possible. I might need leverage. I just want her to send me a contract. She just seems very, like she seems to be happy to have me here. She's not happy, she's happy.
I'm
I
sure
don't
she's
get it,
happy.
man.
You're probably just reading way too into her mixed signals. You know what I'm saying?
It's like she wants to wait for the show to be fully funded before she gives me a contract. I don't know, I don't get it.
Well, people are just trying to use you, so you have to...
I am tired of people using me. Do you know that? I'm tired of being undervalued and all this
I
stuff.
don't undervalue you. I value
It's because you don't
you
get
a
involved with
ton.
my business.
1-7, take 1.
It means a catheter. Okay, honey? Okay.
Make it work for you. Method acting.
You know, in this business, some money is like having no money. Is that what I'm supposed to say? Some money? No, we're gonna keep rolling through this. Some money is no money. Right?
Yeah.
In this business, some money is like no money. You know, because it's like, it's easier to pull off something if you have no money, because then you can say, I have no money. But then all of a sudden you get a little money in the bank account and everybody wants a piece of it. And because you have a little money, the people outside, they think it's a lot of money. And so they think it's a lot of money, and I really only have a little bit of money.
Have you tried one of these? It's so good. Man, I can't believe we haven't done this before. Oh, wow, look at that.
Want a bite?
Your agent. Do the jingle. Do the jingle. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hey, guys. Do it again. Do it again. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. In my office.
State Farm.
I think we're good. State Farm agents help you get to a better state.
Okay, I gotta go to Craigslist now. What's this to do? Okay, I gotta go to Craigslist and job posting, assistant wanted, assistant with the mostest. Seeking hardworking, talented, energetic assistant in Chicago to help with all daily affairs of TV's Jake Sasseville.
When do you acquire assistants? Why do you acquire them?
I don't actually want assistants anymore. I just want smart people. And if one happens to be my assistant, that's okay. Marty, it's Jake here.
Yes.
I just looked at the contract that the scribe sent over, and they can say that the whole thing about me being able to be replaced, they can replace me at any time to my show.
I haven't even looked at it yet.
Do you realize that that's like trying to replace Oprah from Oprah's show? It just doesn't really work, Marty. I moved here for this. Why didn't you say something before?
It's the first draft. It's really not that big of a deal, you know? It'll be totally fine. I really wouldn't worry about it.
Some people see it as a sprint, other people see it as a marathon. It's very hard for agents and managers and lawyers to get behind me fully because no one knows where to bring me to. I've had one good manager. I've had several horrible agents. and I've just tried to cycle through. Hello?
Jacob Steven Sasseville?
No, it's Jacob Steven Sarto Sasseville.
Sarto?
Sarto.
Okay, Sarto, got it.
But don't
Cruz,
call me that.
nice to meet you.
Who are you? Cruz?
Cruz, I sent you an email.
I will get right on it. Okay.
Marty, hold on a second. We emailed like 20 minutes ago, Cruz. I'm
I
kind
know.
of busy.
If you're gonna have an assistant, you need someone who can think on their feet, fast.
I understand you move quickly, Cruz, but how exactly did you get my address?
I called your parents back in Maine. I told them we were working together, and they willingly gave me your address.
Marty, I gotta call you back in a second. I have this girl who just lied to my parents. How'd you find my parents' number?
Your dad says you haven't called in a week. You should.
Yeah.
He's getting worried.
Uh-huh. Okay, Cruz, you're very interesting. Come in.
Thank you.
What was that?
Wow.
All right. So
He just looks really disgusted today. It's a big day.
All right. So here's the deal. Here's what's going on. So obviously this bangs out 1-1. There's a scene that we've lost from today, right? That we don't need.
119.
So 119 is off the schedule.
What was 119?
No, 117.
I'm sorry, 117.
What was what? Wait a minute. What was 117?
It's Jake complains to Marty about the contract again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it just?
Who wrote that scene?
You did.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So 117 is out. So let's go through this real quick.
What are we doing here?
Cruz, I'm getting my cardio out on the rocks. I don't have any other time.
Can't we do karate or something?
No, I don't do karate. My dad tried to make me do karate, but you never make Jake Sasseville do anything.
Oh, okay.
Especially karate.
Okay, write down, not karate. What's on your mind, Jake? Are you thinking about other candidates? Because I'm
not thinking about.
for this job.
I'm not thinking about other candidates, Cruz. What I'm thinking about is Cruz, let's go. I don't have enough leverage, Cruz. I need leverage for my contract so that they can't replace me because I moved to Chicago for this. I learned that it was all perception, that value matters, but perceived value is what matters most.
We need to make you replaceable. We need to make you irresistible. And
I've got it. I've got it.
Ha! Did I get the job?
Going to lunch, Cruz. This is Cruz.
I'm Cruz. Nice to meet you.
This is Carly. Not yet.
What's going on here?
Oh, well.
I'm being interviewed for an
Yes.
assistant position for Mr. Sasseville. Very excited.
It's very
You didn't
exciting.
tell me you were looking for
I
an
didn't tell you I had the opening.
No, you didn't.
No,
you
I didn't.
You little bugger.
I didn't.
All right. Anything we need to talk about? Jake tells Cruz about his life. Interior Valois.
As you know, I went down to Valois today, and you know that we took up a large chunk of the space last time. So when I went in there, oh wait a minute, Valois? Oh, yes, thank you very much. Because of me, you're gonna let us shoot there today. Thank you, people.
Okay, so I'm very helpful. I do speak 3 languages.
Three languages?
Yeah, English, Spanish, and French. So I can be like a great assistant in like 2 continents and a half.
2 continents and a half.
Yeah, America, Australia, and some countries in Africa.
Which countries in Africa, and why not other countries?
Well, some of them speak French.
Alors, tu parles français?
Oui, je parle français. Ça fait longtemps que je pratique pas, mais je parle.
En fait, j'habitais en France quand j'avais 16 ans.
16 ans?
So I kind of emancipated myself at 16. I mean, they supported me, and I had to raise the money to go to France. That's when I learned how to raise money, too, because then all of a sudden, my parents said, you could go to France, but we're not going to pay for you. So anyways, here's the thing. We need leverage in this business. I think we should make meetings with an ad agency. I'm not sure quite how to do it yet, but we need to make me irreplaceable to Molly. Molly doesn't value me yet.
We need to make them want to invest money in the Jake brand, in your own personality and your own flavor. And you like my grilled cheese?
Speaking of flavor, that has some good flavor in that grilled cheese, Cruz. So ad agencies are the gatekeepers for the brands. So I have really annoyed a lot of ad agencies. Anyway, so the Teen Talk Show. It's this new Teen Talk Show in Chicago. It's going to be shot in the Chicagoland high schools. It's very exciting. It's going to include teens. I'm going to facilitate it. We're going to executive produce it. Cruz is already working on.
It's also going to include the parents.
The parents. It'll be good for the parents because it'll be targeted towards teens, but then the parents can
be taken into consideration to have.
The parents can learn.
To air when?
It's going to air Sunday nights after after
Sunday nights?
Sunday nights at 8 p.m. after what is that called? Tyler Perry's House of Pain.
Jake, what else do you have for us?
What
There's
else?
gotta be.
What else
This
beyond
feels
the
like
teen
an
talk show?
appetizer. This feels like an appetizer.
I mean, I have had.
I know you got something better, Jake.
Well, I've had an idea. I've had an idea for a show for.
Let's go.
But I'm just not sure if that's.
No, come on. I'd like to hear it. I'd like to hear it.
It's like this. I've always thought that my life was better explained in a TV show.
Okay.
You know, and I always thought, well, what would it be like if I created a sort of this loosely scripted show that leveraged different stories and anecdotes and things that have happened in my life. I'm in Chicago to do a new teen talk show. And as I was trying to fund that show, I ended up creating another show. Because my life is like this one big grand, I don't know. It's like this big grand illusion.
I like that.
What would you name it?
Grand Illusions.
Grand Illusions.
She brought me upstairs to, let's say the den. I'll call it the den, the writing den, the haven of Jake Sassville, which there's not much going on in his apartment. I mean, literally, there's no furniture. There's a table, there's a couple chairs, but there's no furniture. It's not like a normal thing. But Jake's not a normal guy.
Hello, beautiful. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hi, Anthony. How much does my discount double check save me?
About $150.
Done.
I don't have State Farm, but insurance, find me money.
I got you $1. Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. There to help you with unexpected savings. That's getting to a better state.
Thanks for helping me. You didn't have to do this. You probably have something
Jake's
so
here.
much.
Oh, there you are.
Hey, man.
Hey, Jake.
Oh, look at him.
He's just helping
Funny how
me
you
move.
find your way back here, huh?
Well, just figured I'd help out a little bit. I had some time to do so.
We're just having a little private move-in session.
Good. Listen to what I just created. I just went into this ad agency and I was smoking. And I went in there and I was going to get funding for the teen talk show. You know, my other half that I have to fund. And then they said, Sassville, what other projects do you have going on? And I said, well, I have this other show in my mind. And they said, well, what's it about? I said, well, it's a show loosely scripted based on my life. And and they said, well, let's do it. They funded the show on the spot. So I got funding for the teen show, funding for the new show.
Why
I have
don't
a
you
new
put-
loosely
can you put
scripted
this
show.
bowl right
You're not
over
listening to me.
You have 2 shows.
I'm listening. Your show
I
is
have 2
good. You're
shows,
doing
Sebastian.
well.
No, I got to, but I was trying to fund the first one, and then I backed myself into a second one. Dude, I am stoked. Where do you want this?
Dude, that's,
Just like right there.
most people
What,
just
you
want
mean-
one show on the air. You're getting 2.
There are people that walk around Hollywood with their little pilot script saying, can I do this, can I do that? And I got a whole series. Boom, and I wasn't even expecting it.
Dude, oh my gosh.
Why don't you put that over there?
And make sure the crew, if they want food, is fed. I don't
Do
want
we
Jerry
have
having to give
Make sure to add it to Whitney's budget.
Whitney's budget is actually on budget. You don't need to say it out loud, but it's on budget.
Yeah, we've shot it.
Because Whitney's the shit.
Oh, finally she gets a
You did not know that all the time.
Finally
In
she
fact,
gets
that's
to
been a
see-
big problem, is that I don't know the specifics.
It really is great.
And what do you were saying something earlier about what you do, but you were very vague about it. What do you need this for? What am I doing with this?
Just put it over there.
What is it that you do exactly? You were very vague about it earlier, Mr. Sebastian. What were you hiding?
Oh.
He's not hiding anything.
I'm
Just
not.
because someone doesn't mention right away what he does.
Listen, I just like to be an open book with people, and I expect the same.
I'm not hiding a thing.
How old are you?
27. Why?
I was just curious. You don't work anymore at 27. A trust fund, maybe? I don't know.
You ever heard of the Holy Dogger?
No.
No.
Well, you
The
know how,
Holy Dogger?
yeah. You know how like sometimes with hot dogs you want different toppings like cheese or jalapenos or onions.
It's mine.
You know, with the Holy Dogger you can actually have all those ingredients and more like injected into the hot dog like right away.
Why would anyone use that?
Why wouldn't you use that?
So you
crispy.
made this and then did you sell it? Did you?
I sold the idea. Yeah.
You sold the idea, so you didn't actually
All
make
right,
the product.
so
Did you make the product?
he sold the idea. That's
Yep.
how he got his money. End of story.
that's it.
That's what we need to know.
How much money did you make?
No, no, Jake. No, you don't.
Well, he's obviously not having to work anymore, so I wonder what a holy dogger thing sticking in the back end of a hot dog. I want to know what kind of, because I'm interested in.
I'm sorry, you don't have to tell him if you don't want to. This is just, he just.
$22 million.
You sold your thing for $22 million?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like 19 or 20 million after taxes.
You sold your thing for 22, the little thing that sticks in the hot
It's not a
dog
little
for
thing, it's a
$22
holy
million.
dogger.
And one thing that actually works well for us with that, having to shoot the Valois later because Roger's schedule, is that we might get lucky, and he can't come till 5. Yeah. We might get lucky with construction wrapping, because last time we had a lot of construction stuff going on in the background, so that might be the only advantage too.
I know a lot of info about you, like where you were born and what city you grew up with, and a lot of like those things, that you were a magician. I know those things.
I was a magician.
How did you get a national TV?
The first time?
Yeah, the first time.
Well, I did this
Hey,
job.
y'all.
Oh, hi, Carly.
There's your waters.
Always
What can
here.
I get you? Oh, wait. Did you just talk about your first time on national TV?
Well, I was about to.
That was when he got a cease and desist letter from
Wait a
New
minute, I'm
York.
confused.
What?
Did you ever live in New York?
I gotta go.
Let's just say we saw a movie.
And
I'm gonna pretend like it's Inception.
Okay.
Okay.
Action. So what'd you think of the movie?
I thought it was really good.
Yeah, it
I
was,
really
wasn't it?
liked it.
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio is my favorite.
You gotta take care of something. Hold on just a second.
Yeah, he's really good.
It's nice. Such a beautiful day.
I had heard such great.
Well.
Oh, hi.
Imagine my surprise. I'm in with Cruz, and then I see the two of you.
Jake.
Holding it, Ashley.
You know, I've actually been meaning to call you. I've just been really busy, but
You haven't.
we
you haven't
sealed the
told?
deal. We sealed the deal. We're gonna do
Jake,
it.
You don't
Sealed
know.
what deal?
I expected you to
just-
be a little happier.
Well, I'm confused.
You've probably been through a little bit here and there with Jake. Does any of that make you as nervous? You seem to have a certain calm that other people perhaps don't share. Is that just experience with him?
He brings something to the table that, that nobody else ever does. And you never know what to expect from him. What you can expect is that what he does will be unexpected.
I realize that if we're gonna do a show about your life, we need to...
You have pictures and news articles.
I know, isn't that great? I was trying to absorb your life. What is Jake? What is really Jake? Who are his friends? What
This looks
has
like
he
a
been
serial
doing?
killer or something.
No,
Yeah, remember
no,
the
no.
Pringles thing? I remember the Pringles thing. Wow,
That's
look at
fun.
that. Yeah, that's
I
fun.
like the man. I'm not a serial killer, by the way, just to put that out there.
No, but why did you do this? Oh, me and Wyclef. Look at that.
I got inspired from a beautiful mind.
He
I'm
made...
gonna be Jake Sassable's FBI. I'm gonna forever be informed. I'm gonna forever be informed about your life, and that way I'm gonna be able to
That's
bring
why
it
you
to
did
the
this?
table. Yeah,
Why- but
I'm
what-
like a
from-
sponge.
You're-
Think of a sponge. Absorbing Jake
Okay,
Sassable.
so I don't understand though. What does Wyclef Jean, me on a stripper pole, and the cast of Rent have to do with anything about this?
Because it's all part of who you are. You've had all these crazy adventures.
Scene 1, 23, take 5.
So many people have said no in my life. In fact, if you look at the failures versus successes, there's more failure than there is success. The key is to find some way, any way, to stay in the game. Because eventually, you'll be given a shot. And when you get the shot, you've got to take it at any cost. Because it's an opportunity to win. That's my version of George Clooney's speech from Ocean's 11. Except I have better hair.
How's the lighting in here? Is it good? You see me okay? There's nobody in here. I'm talking to myself. Typical. I first heard about Delusions of Grandeur. I was doing a bit of work, and my friend Molly Miller sent me a message. She asked if I was interested in auditioning for the show, trying out for the show, and I was kind of like, I don't know. TV, been there, done that. And then she said it was to play her boyfriend on the show. And I was like, yes, please. I'll do that. Have you seen her? She's great. And playing a boyfriend is a stretch for me as an actor because in real life I got a big time commitment. So at first it didn't look like I was going to be able to do it. But I eventually I was pretty bummed about that, but eventually, obviously, got things worked out, and skipped out on a few things to be part of the show. I don't regret it at all. It was a blast from day one. That same night, I went and met with Jake, and that was great. There's people talking, so should I repeat that? Can you hear people or can you hear me?
Do you know where?
No respect as an actor.
How do we do the music for the show ordinarily?
Jeez. Just hanging out, you know.
You ran off your
I got a show right now, that's what I'm doing. I'm in my
But you have it with you, so
dressing
you can't
room.
run songs yet, right?
Can you hear people or can you hear me?
Do you know where?
No respect as an
How
actor.
do we do the music for the show ordinarily?
Jeez. Just hanging out, you know.
You ran off your
I got a show right now, that's what I'm doing. I'm in my
But you have it with you, so you
dressing
can't run
room.
songs yet, right?
I'm eating peanuts right now. Like a true actor, you can't eat sweets and candy. You don't want to be hopped up on sugar before a performance. I won't say what brand of peanuts this is. I'll tell you what, it's for copyright stuff. It rhymes with antlers. Antlers. It's Planters. I'm eating Planters peanuts. Anyway, that night I met Jake and David. It was a Wednesday after a show, so it was pretty late. Spent $20 on a cab, so that was still waiting to get that back. Tax write-off. Met with Jake and Dave. We talked a bunch. We hugged a bunch. Jake and I got real deep that night too, with the stories. Come on, bro. So stories. We telling stories about our lives. It was a real cool, quick bond. And we hugged, shook hands, and the next day I was on set filming in Barack Obama's barbershop. So that was it. I hope that was good enough. I hope that made enough sense to put on my Wikipedia page. Whoever's in charge of that, appreciate it.